Okay, so here's how day two went. I'm not doing a ton of different decks or a ton of different matches just because I'm very busy. So I'm trying to squeeze in what I can, but this is a Toon Kingdom one. I thought that was very interesting. I'm not sure it's the best version of it, not by far, but at the same time, I thought it was a fun build to go against because once that starts attacking directly, that can become a big problem because we do have that in common. We're trying to attack directly with certain win conditions. So again, I'm always choosing to go first if I can. That's really, really important. I do not want to go second with this deck very often. So start with my trademark play, have one, and then go into Festival, just because that puts in so much different work. Start with the Claudrin. I always like to get a little burn damage in, so that way it's never perfect. And then Vanish is there, but it's okay. I'm not saying it's a great card, but it's all right. I have to pay the cost for Toon Kingdom to activate. Goes ahead and uses the effect here, and he reveals 3, and I have to choose one. I really wanted the Blue Eyes, and that's what I got. Was super excited when I got that. Activated the effect here, get Gingshi. So I'm feeling pretty good. I thought, okay, this is looking nice for me. And then I get Museum, which I'm really excited about. I thought, okay, that's a good thing. Activate the effect. Okay, this is gonna go ahead and get me Snow. And I do go ahead and go into a la carte here, and the whole reason I did want to make sure that I pop that card. Then I go into Angel, activate the effect, send a la carte. That's going to give me the spell that I wanted, and that gives me Doll back, so feeling pretty good about that. Activate that effect, special summon, and I get a la carte. So now I can actually attack directly because I've got Museum. So use Claudrin, inflict the damage, battle phase, go ahead and attack. And I really would have loved to have seen how this finished. Unfortunately, I think we had a connection that went out. I'm not sure if he raged quit or not, but it would have been fun to see how that one would have ended up finishing. Now, this next deck is very similar to one of those early structure decks. So, and I realized it very quickly once we got into the match. And again, those decks actually do just fine against me. They're pretty competitive back and forth duels. They definitely have opportunities to win. And so I like that, those options are there. So it's nice to see that we can have a back and forth duel that goes so well. Again, I choose to go first. That's always my plan. And you're going to see basically the same way that I do things. So start with the face down, go into Festival, go ahead and activate Museum, which is really good because then it's going to allow me to save a card. So he goes ahead and activates. I go ahead and get Gingshi. And that's always my play. I was shocked he didn't go and attack again because he does get a replay and he decided not to use it. So I activate here, go ahead and get Spectre. Spectre's so good. I really do enjoy that card. Okay, so I did wonder what would happen with this interaction, that if I was able to chain it face up because it wasn't face down anymore, would it still get destroyed? It did. And that's okay. I was able to go ahead and use the effect here. And then I like that card because it causes his card to go face down when he attacks. And so it's a really good one, and it special summons to the field. Museum flips his card face down. He's got his own field spell that gives him a buff on some turns. And then I believe a defensive buff for me. Really like that spell card. It just puts in very good work. Okay, I'm able to attack directly, and then I'm able to go ahead and go into main phase 2. I go for Festival. And I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I think I have good control of the board. He goes ahead and flips here. I use Festival's effect. Go ahead and get Skeleton. I do book here because I didn't want to take too much damage. I am very conscious of that. Sometimes Ghostricks can really have the damage pile up quickly. I do like the card I got. There's the effect of Werewolf, which doesn't happen very often. Normal summon, and then I go ahead and get the Banish of 4. Now, I do go into the a la carte here because I don't like the face down that he just set. Shocked he didn't chain it, because he could have chained for sure. Go ahead and get Knight, but because a la carte went to the grave, I can get any Ghostrick back, so I get Ghoul back, which is really good. Go ahead and attack. And yeah, so far so good, right? I mean, things seem to be going just fine. I do put the swords down just because I don't want his card face up. He does Smashing Ground, which is fine, because that's going to hit my card, and that's okay. I do take the damage. It's going to flip it face down. I'm not worried because on the next turn, I'm in good shape. And so I go ahead and get Gingshi. Go ahead and flip. Flip. He has to banish 3, activate Ghoul's effect, and I have just enough to do all the damage that I need. Go to battle phase, and there it is. And that's the game. I love all the cards. I really do. I love being able to use all the different cards that are here in a Ghostrick build. I think that's what makes this so unique, so fun, is, again, being able to just really use so many different cards and effects and whittle away at your opponent, and, again, have that true back and forth. So as you can see, a lot of Blue Eyes builds again, which I think is pretty interesting. So I ended up facing this guy twice. The one time, I think the connection went out legitimately based on how the duel ended up going. So I did want to show you guys our actual duel that, to me, seemed like a pretty fun one. It definitely was some good back and forth that was happening. Okay, so not a bad hand. I feel good about the hand that I've got there. Start with Museum, and then I'm going to put 1 face down. I link off the Gingshi, and then that gives me Festival. And that card, that Link monster, puts in so much work for this deck. It was such a needed addition to Ghostricks. Now, when I saw the Shards of Greed, I thought, uh-oh, am I facing a burn deck? Am I facing Exodia? Because my deck is not built to handle that very well. I mean, it is with Skeleton on the Exodia side, but it is not built very well to handle a burn build. That could actually kill me very quickly if they play the cards right. As you could see, though, from what we had in the profile we got to look at, though, that was not the case. But at the time, I'm thinking, uh-oh, I don't have a way to handle that. I don't even really have much back row removal if it's face up. Face down I do with a la carte, but that's about it. So I set my book. I'm getting good damage in, so I feel good about that. He does get to resolve both Shards of Greed here, which, boy, I thought to myself, okay, he's going to have plenty of resources now, and he just normal summons. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Again, I didn't know what I was playing at first, and I just thought, oh, how interesting. I have no problem taking that damage. That goes face down. Feeling very confident at this point. And I love that I get Skeleton off the top. That's such a good card. Activate Gingshi. That allows me to go ahead and get to level 2 there. She's really good because if she gets destroyed, the card's permanently locked face down, which is really nice. I do play it safe here and just attack. I wasn't sure if the face downs were anything good. I do think I made the right call. And I can always get Ghoul back with a la carte, so I'm not worried about going into Festival here. My thinking is I just want to keep that control going, which I know is so important if you're playing Ghostrick. It is a slow grind for sure. So unfortunately, he ends up surrendering, and there you go, guys. So that was day 2. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. I hope you're enjoying Ghostrick Month. And hey, I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah! All right. Good job, girls.
Okay. Wait for your next challenge.
I know that you'll be back.